Welcome to TMZ Live. Harvey Levin here.
Babcock here.
So Babcock's here because Charles, even though everybody else showed up for work today, he's skiing.
We had a pretty long break, too. Thank you for that.
He called me up and said, I'm skiing today and tomorrow.
So I'm not coming to work.
I'm not coming to work.
I'll fill in for him today.
I didn't know it worked that way, but apparently it does. Okay, we are going to start with another member of the Empire crew cast embroiled in controversy. So Bryshere Gray was at a 7-Eleven in Orlando.
Okay.
And there was a big altercation between him and a clerk, and the police were called, and the clerk now wants to press charges. So it started where police say, or the woman says that in the store, that Bryshere threw something at
was spit on the floor, and then essentially she didn't approve, the clerk didn't approve, right. And Bryshere says that the clerk threw something at him, and then it basically started like a food fight in a 7-Eleven.
So there's a dispute over what exactly happened, but this is the clerk talking to the police.
The dude right here, cross street who owns there, I guess he's supposed to be a celebrity or whatever situation, and he came in and spit on our floor. It's supposed to be the dude from my empire. He came in here, I told him I wasn't going to serve him. Due to the simple fact is that I was not going to clean up his spit on his floor. You know what I'm saying? So he cussed me out, whatever the situation is.
I'm not going to cut you, I don't want to cut you off, but did he strike you or something?
Strike me with all the items on the floor.
So he hit you with them?
He hit me with them. I want to press charges. What motion did he do with the objects? He hit all the stuff, picked up the blue stuff, and started hitting me with it, throwing it at me.
So she's saying she wants to press charges because he cussed at her and then threw stuff first.
Right, hit her with some chips and some other stuff in the store.
Now, that is a battery. Even if it's chips, it's a battery.
Right. You don't have to necessarily get hurt for it to be a battery.
No, this is a battery.
Right,
you saw that. Even though that probably hurt him because he's weak. Okay, so then the cop, would you stop that?
Again.
Oh, look at that, oh. So then the cops ended up talking to Bryshere. He had a different story.
I guess he spit on the floor, and then
Who spit on the floor?
The guy did that I came into the 7-Eleven with, and she snapped on him. She was like, well, I'm not going to clean that up. And so I cleaned it up. And I asked her, and I said, so if I didn't clean this up, you would have to clean it up. And she said, no. She started snapping at me, and she threw something at me. Something bad.
What did you throw at her?
Some chips.
Do you have your ID on you? So at this point, because I'm talking to you, I need your identification because she's alleging that you battered her. She wants to press charges.
Oh,
so
me? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't me. That person. It was the guy that I was with.
But I'm saying she's alleging that you
It wasn't me.
her.
I mean, how do people get involved in such stupid stuff that they're throwing stuff at a 7-Eleven?
Right. I think
come on.
I think he got himself into a little bit of trouble there because he says it wasn't me who spit on the floor, but then he goes on to admit that he did throw a bag of chips at her.
Right.
The battery.
And the bag of chips is the battery,
right.
But it's just so stupid.
But no one was arrested in this thing. There was no physical injuries. They said that the conflicting statements kind of canceled each other. The woman still wanted to press charges, but as far as what happened that night, they didn't arrest anybody.
Yeah, wouldn't you think the security camera, the surveillance video, would kind of get to the bottom of this, right?
Yeah, they clearly have security camera in the 7-Eleven, but, I mean, ultimately...
It's not a big deal, like Brad said. Nobody was hurt. Don't spit on the floor. Don't throw stuff in the convenience store.
Although it's interesting because it should have started by him saying, I'm a member of the Empire cast. And it's like, oh.
Now we're definitely not believing you.
Hey, it's Tasha from Chicago. Happy New Year. I think the lesson here is if his version of events is accurate, the lesson is pay attention to who you're hanging out with, because if his story is accurate and the guy spit on the floor, you have just caused me some unnecessary drama.
It's true. Now he's wearing a very distinctive Burberry shirt. So that kind of works against him if she says, I saw this because he was wearing that shirt.
Right, you know that pattern.
Yeah, if the other guy's wearing something really dissimilar, it works against him. We're going to move on.